Hi everyone and good evening to you. This is Joanna and this time I am back for probably my third video today to share with you my nail look that I created a little earlier today, not too much earlier. Just to, I don't even know what I want to say. So anyway, I use this color here and this is called Orly's Ablaze. This is a polish, as you know, that came out this summer. I don't remember what the name of the collection is, what they're calling it. I've heard it already today and I've kind of forgot. But it came out with this Neon Heat and this one here, which is called Saturated. And I believe I may have Heat Index. Whichever that burgundy one is, I have it around here somewhere. But anyway, what I wanted to say was I did not plan this look, but I do like it. And I'm going to try to show it to you. And I did use my Druk 1 plate. And as you guys have heard me say on here, I'm having some damage on my nails. And this time the damage is entirely mine. I was supposed to be filing down the damaged areas as they grew out. I've been using my Dury Rejuvicoat a lot. And I have also been using the Nail Envy that I have just to use it up because I don't like it as much as the Dury Rejuvicoat. I've also been using my products here like this Orly Bonder and a green tea nail strengthener that I found that's old. I thought it was a polish when I bought it, but it's more along something you rub in. So this go round for the base coat, I used this Nails A Lot Gooey. I don't like this. I feel like my polish peels easier with this, especially when I go to work and I'm doing anything having to do with pulling and tugging and the washing of the hands, you know, what would be in the med carts and everything. So I feel like if I keep this on until Monday, when I get off work Monday night, this manicure will not be intact. But I just had used this spare of the moment and I wasn't planning on it, or I would have used a different base coat, but I do want to use this up. But as you can see, this is a huge bottle. I believe they had a product at the time. I forget what it was called, but this replaced that. It had to do with a base coat that adhered your polish on your nail too. And for the life of me now, I think it was called Nail Gripper. And somebody said it had a nice smell to it. This does not have a nice smell. Let me make sure before I say that. Yes, it does not have a watermelony or melony smell, but I believe the product was called Gripper. So I don't expect this to last past Monday if it makes it to Monday. But what I do want to say is, you see how bright orange this is? And it's those of you that have this know it's bright. My nails don't look that bright. And I believe most of that is because I stamped black over this, because sometimes when you take a bright color and you stamp black on it, it kind of, you know, it tones it down a little bit. But the one thing that I did do, and I cannot find the sponge that I used, which is amazing. I always have it until I need to tell you about it. But this is an old one. And the reason I have this one is because that is what I did when I did this look. I took an older one that was used just like this, and I just simply pulled it apart. And I put a little bit of this Conad Pearl White on there first. And I just patted it along like you've seen me do, because I think the last look that I did with an orange polish, I actually used an OPI one and not this Ablaze. I do believe this may be the first time I've used this since I bought it this summer, but I'll have to go back and look. And then after that, I took my Maybelline Bold Gold. Now, this is a polish I normally stamp with, and I still have not worn it as a nail polish, but I do have 2 other bottles of this floating around. I had heard that it was good to stamp with, which is why I bought 3, and I've still not put it on like the regular nail polish that it is. I've only stamped with it and sponged it. And then after that, I didn't use any glitter this time or anything like that. After I did that, I used my Druk plate here, or DRK, and I used this section that I had shown on Instagram, the one that I said that I liked the most, that I wanted to use. And I'm going to try to hold that so hopefully you can see. And I have shown this plate, so I don't really know. I'm afraid if I move my phone, it'll flip over on me. But I went with this area here, and I did show this on Instagram. So I don't know. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. So hopefully you can. And those of you that know my Instagram account under Britt Michael too, you can see it a little bit clearer there. and I stamped over that with the Rica Black. So the thing of it is I like this enough that if it does chip, I think I'm going to put it back on, because this looks fallish to me. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think if it looks fallish, even though this is a bright color. You know, it looks fallish, and I like this, so I think I'll keep this out. Now, what I will say is this can be done in other colors. I could have done it like, say, in a lavender color and sponged the silver and the pearl white on there. Or I could have used a red, but I think I would need to find a brighter red so that, you know, that black shows on top of there. But I could have done it in red. So you could do that in a lot of different colors. And I need to go ahead and try that the next time I do that. And again, this is what the look looks like. And I just did my sponging underneath there. But I'm still in the process of trying to clean some of this up. But the damage to my nail, like I said, that was me doing that. I was messing with my nails last night, and I would bend, you know, a nail, and then I would scrape up the peeling. So I agitated that. Now, I will say a lot of the strengtheners that I have used, it's made it harder for me to do that. Like, the pieces don't just pop up. I actually had to physically, you know, push and mash. All those things we should not be doing to our nails is what I was doing. And I do that. That's another reason why I started wearing a lot of polish like I do. Because if I see the damage and I've got time to meddle with it, I will go for it. You know, I wasn't a nail biter or anything like that. But as soon as I had something go wrong, I would mess with it. So what my goal is this time, it was to file all that off of there, and I made it worse by manipulating it, but just to let my nails grow out. But I do feel like with this particular design here, I can see the shape of my nail, and that's important when you want to shape your nails. It's best to do it with a polished nail instead of a naked nail. If you have a particular polish that you love and you feel like you can really see the shape of your nail, that's when you need to file your nail in the shape that you want it in. So I feel like I can see my nail here, so I will probably reapply this one more time. Just see if it lasts me till Monday or if it makes it past Monday. But I'll probably do this one more time. I like it enough. And you guys know you usually don't hear me say that on here. You know, and I'm saying that now because I just did it today. Now watch me a day or so later be like, I'm bored with this. You know, I think it's just because when we can do our own manicures like that, I think sometimes we get a little spoiled by that and we change it because we know we can. But the upside is we can always put it back when we want it again. Now, the stamper that I used was this one right here, the one I was having trouble with. Now, this one, when I did the stamping demo, you heard me say it comes out. It does. Now, I did try to glue that down in there, so that could have made it worse. The glue didn't stick, obviously, but it comes out, but it's never like to the point of where it damages my stamping. It's just cumbersome. This one I like a lot so far, but I only used it when I did the stamping demo. I have not used it on its own, and I did find it. But consistency-wise, someone asked me, this one feels like the large white one that a lot of people are getting from Winstonia and off eBay. It's sticky when you touch it. It's as if I've had honey or something on here. It is sticky to the touch. So this one is like the marshmallow one. This one is not sticky to the touch, but it is givable. It's got the same texture as this one right here, as this stamper. And I haven't cleaned these off because I was just using these today to do the stamping demo. And this time when I did this look, I didn't have a plan. Usually I have a plan, or I got a bunch of stuff sitting here. I actually want to try to use a lot of the polishes that I just got, and I have decided that I am going to get the rest of the OPI Nordic colors. I had done good saying that I didn't want those, but my polish is piling up. I did stop the julep, like I said I would, because those were piling up. Not that I didn't like them. I said that before. It was just they were steadily piling up, and I was ordering more with them. And where the biggest part of my nail polish collection has come from is just that, me getting, you know, entire collections of polish, where before I bought one color only, used it up, bought another bottle, then maybe I'd buy one or two. I didn't really pay attention to the polish in the stores. And then once I started, I went from buying one or two of one set to getting like maybe 4 or 5, and then next thing you know, I was purchasing all 12 colors released. And when you do that with 3 and 4 and 5 brands, next thing you know, you got an overflow of polish. So I've been trying to dial that back a little bit, guys, but I'm failing because my weakness is I love color as much as I love my ice cream. But that was it. I just wanted to share this look and get any input. But I would like to try this in a green shade, like one of my light greens, and do the exact same thing I've done here with the black, or like I said, try it in lavender with silver. But like I said before, I think these intricate designs look good on short nails, and this is a bit bigger than what I was going for, but it's still small enough to where I feel it looks decent. So that was it. Until the next time, you guys, everyone have a great night. And this is the last video from me for today, for this evening, probably for the next few days. So again, until the next time, everyone have a great evening.